Welcome to the channel. It's another very exciting day because the second wave of my Ork army has returned from Den of Imagination Painting Studios. So in this video we take a look at Da Boys. So this is wave 2 of a series of videos. There should be 4 of this coming, but if I get more waves of Orks from Den of Imagination, then there might be 5 or 6 waves of this coming. But this is wave 2 that have turned up from Den of Imagination Painting Studios, my new painting partner for DeploymentZone.tv and Winter's SEO. These are all painted to level 3 standard, and these are the troops and the elites basically. So as I said previously, I'm breaking this down into waves for 2 reasons. One is so I can put lots of lovely pictures at the end of every video so you guys can see some close-ups of this glorious painting. It's all level 3, some touches of level 4 here or there. And also because I want your feedback. I want to know what you guys think. Never played Orks before, only gone up against them a couple of times. So I need your feedback. So what we're looking at here is a big wave of boys and some knobs and some other things. There will be Gretchen coming, they're in wave 3, and there's 70 boys. And then what you do is you get a squad and you chuck a knob in. So I think I've got about 18 knobs over there. And you'll notice that 40 plus of my boys are sluggers and choppers. It was a decision to make. Did I make mainly shooty ones or did I make mainly punchy ones? Now, I looked on the internet, and the internet told me, whatever you do, make mainly shooty ones, because Orks have lots and lots of attacks anyway, and they swarm forward and they horde forward and they do what they do, and they seem to be the better option than the choppy ones. So I ignored that and made loads of guys with sluggers and choppers because it just seemed natural to me. That's what Murphy's WoW will do. That's what my WoW will be doing, charging forward to try and punch as many things as possible. So I've got 40 plus boys with sluggers and choppers, and they were a joy to put together because it's very easy to mix and match from different sets, and it's very easy to put different bits on them, like these ard cases here and here, to make them stand out a little bit different. Very easy to mix in with some of the kits from the knob kits, or put different hats on them, helmets on them. So they were a joy to stick together. I think I've got 25 plus shooter boys, and only gave 2 with big shooters. I know you can load out different type of guns, but the idea is they charge forward and that's it with a knob. And the idea is I might have 1 or 2 squads sat at the back, or maybe 1 big squad sat at the back with a couple of big shooters in it firing out. And that's about it. I don't think I need any more boys at this stage. Bear in mind that I've got 30, 50 plus Gretchen coming as well. So I'll have over 100 troops to play with once all the WoW is put together. But yeah, so those are all the boys. Now they needed trucks to jump around in, so I got myself 4 trucks, not battle wagons. Do I need battle wagons? Are battle wagons a must? I'm looking at the one with the death roller thinking that one's quite nice, and I stuck one of the trucks together exactly like it goes on the tin. Chopped a little bit off the back there, but stuck it together exactly as it goes on the tin with its big shooter. Didn't add anything to it. I figure the trucks are going to fall apart very quickly. The idea is that they just take some units up the table as quickly as possible, so keep them cheap. So that one just stuck together as it says on the tin. This one, I put the gun rig on backwards and the driver on that side. So this one I made sure looked differently from the first one, and God bless Den of Imagination for painting them completely differently. As I mentioned in other videos, I'm not following a clan culture. We're a whole WoW, so they can be painted, as far as I'm concerned, any colour that Murphy says. This one's yellow, this one's black. And so these 2 are out of the box with minimal conversion on. This is the Forge World one. This is the enclosed cabin one. So you can see it's a truck, but it's got an enclosed cabin. It's still got a big shooter on it. And to make it look a little bit different, I ripped the central wheels off as well. So not all my trucks look the same. And then this one's from Forge World as well. This is just a truck, a half-track truck. And I think this one looks absolutely glorious. I do like that Forge World kit. Pain in the backside to stick together. But I did like that 4-truck kit, and if I'm going to get any more trucks, I might get one more of these. But I figure 4 trucks is probably enough. 4 rhinos is normally enough. 2 of them are going to die straight away anyway. But you can put a chunk of guys, chunk of guys, chunk of guys, chunk of guys, just charge forward. Or just have 2 big squads on foot charging forward, or jump them forward. I think I've got enough troops. I'm saying this now. Have I got enough? Do I need more? Do I need some battle wagons and some more trucks? Not sure. Let's go across to the characters. These are elites. 2 runt herds to go with McGretchen. And then a pain boy, because I see pain boys in every single battle report that has orcs in. So, and this guy's an absolutely glorious model. Really well painted by Den. Well done. And then when I was looking through, I've never seen one of these in a video before, but when I was looking through the codex, there is a knob with war banner, which means you get +1 to hit with your orcs, which means all of these guys will be hitting on 2s if there's a knob with war banner real close by. Or your knobs with their power claws will be hitting on 3s instead of 4s. So why haven't I seen more knobs with war banners? Probably because he's 70 odd points. So elites over there. And then we come across to the knobs. 2 boxes of mega knobs, and I wanted to keep them close combat-y and then failed. These 3 have got power claws, and there's a flamer, shooter, keeps them cheap. But then I noticed that if you put on 2 of the kill saws on a mega knob, you get an extra attack. So they've got 4 attacks, but they hit on 4s. These have got 3 attacks, but they hit on 4s. And again, you don't see mega knobs very often, but they're just glorious models, aren't they? They look so cool, and I can see a chunk of these guys jumping out of a teleporter. You can put some in reserve, right? And then they can drop down out of a teleporter, and then that's a 9-inch charge, re-rolling because of here we go. And suddenly you've got an absolute bucket ton of attacks, which are all strength 10 or so. I think the power claws, because I think they're strength 5 times 2, so they're hitting on 4s, but they got 9 attacks at strength 10. And then these guys have got 4 attacks, but they're hitting on 4s at strength 10. -4? I think a kill saw is flat 2 or 3 damage. So 6 of these just charging out of a teleporter would be interesting, I think. They're expensive. They're the orc equivalent of Terminators, but they just look so cool. And then knobs. Loads of knobs. I've broken these into piles so you can see them a bit more clearly. The internet tells me big choppers are the way to go, and I don't disagree with them. They're only 5 points, AP -1, 2 damage, plus a lot of strength. So I got 7 guys with big choppers, and I have to say, and this chap here is probably my favourite of all my orcs. He just looks really mean. An absolutely glorious painting there from Den of Imagination. Thank you very much, guys. Should also note that all these bases are from Den of Imagination as well. They do their own resin cast bases. So I didn't ask them to do that, but they just chucked them on there and painted them for me. And the knobs have got just so much character to them. So a chunk of guys with big choppers, and 2 guys with kill saws just for variety. 3 guys with power claws, because knobs with power claws are old school. But let's face it, it's going to be mainly these guys coming out. Oh, and then I noticed that with the knobs you could put 2 big choppers on them, 2 normal choppers on them, and knobs have 3 attacks each. And with every chopper you get an extra attack. So this guy's got 5 attacks at strength 5. 5 attacks at strength 5. And they're cheap. They're 0 points for the choppers. So having discovered that, I suddenly decided to make 4 knobs with just 2 choppers in each. And this one's got a chopper and a bolt gun. And again, I was thinking about knobs jumping out of a teleportarium with using that strat, and then them charging forward, and then pulling away these guys first because they're cheapest when casualties start happening, and then you've still got your claws and you've still got your big choppers. Yeah, I figured that might be an interesting little thing to try as well. Plus you need knobs because you need to put your nobles in your squads of boys, and as I said, very characterful They look awesome. So these are my elites for now, and my Ork boys for now. There will be some walkie things coming, and there will be some Gretchen coming. Don't worry about that. But do I need more boys? Do I have to get battle wagons or more trucks? Please let me know. Should I get 2 Pain boys? Should I get more Mega Knobs and not worry about them at all? Do I need more knobs? Is a giant squad? I mean, again, with that, you've got that loot it strategy. Loot them, where suddenly their 4-up save becomes a 3-up save because they're next to a vehicle that dies. Should I get a couple of squads of nobles running across the table as well? I'm very interested to hear your feedback on part 2, wave 2 of Murphy's Wow. What do you guys think? What should I add? Battlemap by urbanmaps.com. Painting level 3 and level 4 standard by Den of Imagination. Stay tuned for some pretty pictures at the end of this video. Thanks for listening. Happy walking.